Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name is Raymond, and in this video I'm going to do an unboxing of the One Ring starter set by Free League Publishing, who were kind enough to send a copy over for me to take a look at. This is a starter set for the role-playing game The One Ring, of course, which is the second edition, and this is also the second starter set that Free League made, because there is another starter set, an older one, that I also checked out on my channel. You can find that video by clicking the link in the description below, or the eye icon in the corner of this video, and that'll take you there. I've also taken a look at the One Ring core rule books. If you're interested in that, please check that out as well. And before I open up this box and check the contents, I'd like to ask you to please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That really does help the channel. And please also check out my Patreon page if you'd like to support what I do by clicking the link in the description below. Patrons of my channel get early access to all of my videos, their name in the credits as a supporter, access to Patreon exclusive content, and you automatically save up for the Board Game Heaven enamel pin. All right, let's open up the box and see what's inside. Right, so here's the new The One Ring RPG starter set, Overhill and Underhill. A whole new starter set. There was, of course, a previous starter set. If you would like to see me unbox that one, check the description below. There's a link, or click the eye in the corner of this video. Also, of course, for my review of the core rulebook for The One Ring, second edition, pretty much, because there was already a One Ring RPG from a different publisher than Free League. And they recently created a new starter set, which is this one, with this lovely art on the cover. These adventurers here on this hill. And on the back, there is, of course, a bit of a text, what this is about. And the contents are listed there. Middle-earth Enterprises and Free League. Here you see the contents, of course, depicted. So, yeah, let's have a look inside at the actual contents and see what is in here. A whole new starter set. All right, let's open that up. So first of all, we get a set of dice, which you of course need for playing The One Ring. So we've got these nice looking D6s, let me zoom in on that, which just have the numbers instead of dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 1, 2, 3 are outlined numbers, and the 4, 5, 6 are just filled in. And the 6 also has this this mark, this T it looks like, which is a success. And that is because of, you know, the way the system works, the rules. It just helps visually. So we have 6 of those dice, and then we have 2 of these dice, which are also very nice. And let's see, so they start from 1. Is that a 7? That's a 7. Here's the 1. So they start from 1 through 10. And then we have a critical success, which is this Gandalf rune here on one side, and a critical failure, which is Sauron's eye mark on the other side. So it is a D12, but you get 10 numbers and 2 other symbols, which is really nice. We get 2 of those. Then we get little stands, because we're getting standees in this pack, which is pretty cool. Didn't have that in the previous one. We have a Free League games catalog, which is also always nice to browse through. We got Alien. There's now a evolved edition for Alien. If you would like to see more about the Alien RPG, I've also reviewed the first edition with the starter kit and some expansions on my channel, so check those out. There's Blade Runner, the role-playing game, which also looks very nice. Don't have that one. Then we have The One Ring, this new starter set. Here's the core book, like I said, also reviewed on my channel. There is also the same game, pretty much, also Lord of the Rings role-playing, but this is adapted for 5th edition role-playing. So if you prefer that rule set, you can also get all of that content from Free League for that. But I personally really like the One Ring system by Free League. Then there's Dragonbane, one of their original RPGs. Also with standees and a starter kit, really nice. And dice and everything you need. There's Coriolis, which is their sci-fi opera kind of RPG. This is the Great Dark core rules, and there are expansions for this as well. I'm not sure if there was a starter kit for this. Might be. Then there's Vaesen, which is on my list to review and play. So we got a core book, we got expansion books, a starter set. So that's, I think the starter set is new as well for this. This wasn't around when Vaesen first came out, if I recall correctly. Then there's Simbaroom, also a very dark, kind of gothic fantasy setting, which by now has a lot of expansions. Looks really nice. I've not played this, but it does look nice, but there's a lot of content there. Recently, they have made this Invincible superhero role-playing. They've announced it. So that is being kickstarted either right now or soon. There's Outgunned, an Outgunned adventure by Two Little Mice Game Studio. Okay, so that's a collaboration, I guess. We've got, of course, the Electric State, the role-playing game now based on the Electric State art book, just like Tales from the Loop and Things from the Flood. Pretty much here is Tales from the Loop. There's also a board game for Tales from the Loop, which is also on my list to review someday. Then we have Twilight 2000, one of their older RPGs, I believe, which is a post-apocalyptic war zone kind of setting. And The Walking Dead. They have the Walking Dead universe as well. Also very interesting. And I believe that is also based on the on their D6 system, the Mutant Year Zero engine is what they call it. Forbidden Lands, also a fantasy RPG. And here it is, Mutant Year Zero, that started it all, the whole system, Year Zero engine with the D6s. They also have Merkborg and some other kind of one-offs, I guess. Pirate Borg, Death in Space, Black Powder and Brimstone, Into the, what was it? Into the Odd, that's right. So there's a lot of stuff that Free League make, but we'll focus on this box for now. So here it is, the One Ring. Here's a leaflet, pretty much a bit of an introduction here, and all the books that you have. So look out for these on my channel as well, once I'm done reading them. Here is a condensed rulebook, which is basically several chapters from the core rulebook. Things you won't see in here is, of course, the player creation, character creation, because this comes with pre-generated characters. So this is basically all you need to get started. Here it says the full game starter set includes 5 pre-generated player heroes and a full adventure to play, which is also nice. And it gives you a taste of the game and the world. So then, you know, if you enjoy playing through this and you want more, then that would be a good time to get the core book. So here is about player heroes, action resolution. There's plenty of tables and stuff you roll for during the game. Endurance and hope, shadow and combat. How you engage in combat. Wounds, you know, damage. You can have counsel in between quests. And your journey, of course, through the lands. Look at all those beautiful pieces of art. And that's that. So that's 24 pages, not too bad, and a nice table on the back there, which has a summary of all the most important things. Then we have this overhill and underhill scenario book. So if you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead a bit. Of course, I'm going to just quickly browse through this. It has here a fateful meeting, the crowned hill, and iron jaw. So there's several things that happen. I'll just quickly go through. I'm not going to read all of that. Has the map here, some nice art of the spots you visit. Here's another map, a goblin lair, and an epilogue. So there you go. Some enemy stats. Right. Then I'm gonna have to flip this out like this. We have the characters. Gera, daughter of Gotar, from Lake Town, it seems, where Bard Bowman is from, with their sheet here all filled in. So it's really nice. Ready to go. Stout-hearted, she's a barding, it says there, age 25. Then we have Regent Stonefist, looks like a dwarf. A traveling blacksmith was his father. Regent Stone, yes, dwarves of Durin's folk, he's 67 years old. And also everything filled in. Then we have Fimbrethil of the Havens. An elf, clearly. An elf of Linden, who's 135 years old. Pretty young for an elf. And then there's Mentha Northtooks, a hobbit lass. Hobbits of the Shire, age 29. A very, very young hobbit. And there's more. There's even Dween here, Eagle Nose. Eagle Nose. He's a ranger. Rangers of the North, age 30. So there you go. Those are the 5 pre-generated characters. We have a note here that you can hand out on one side to start your adventure. And on the back, you can, log your journey that you make on the map. And you can log all kinds of stuff here. There's a spot for your journal, for your characters here, travel fatigue, events that might have happened. That might happen along the way. Oh, I love the map. Now let's open this up. Is it double-sided? Yes, it is. Nice. So on one side here, we have Eriador, just like in the core game, really. But I think this has some extra bits of art along the sides, which I do not recall from the original map. That looks really cool. Got the Shire there. We've got Linden over here. And then we have, of course, the Lone Lands in the north. Here are the mountains. There's Moria over there. Rohan is in the south there. Really cool. Nice colored map of Eriador. With Bree being there. Nice. And on the back, let's see, what is this a map of? Does it say? I guess it'll be clear once you get there. It's kind of like a battle map, I guess. Maybe this is just used for all battles. They just created a map to do battle on. Because you have the rearward area here, defensive, open, forward, and foes standing back. Because in this game you have combat that works with different stances basically, and you can take up a position. And then you have engaged enemies on these lanes. So that's interesting. That's new to me. That's cool. Something to use for your combats. Nice. Very nice to have. And then we have this sheet. It's a single sheet of standees. So let's see, we have the 5 heroes right here. in profile because they're traveling. That's really cool. Or fighting. So we have Dwinhir, Mentha, Region, Fimberthil, and Gera. And of course the monsters you will encounter. So we have all kinds of orcs, I guess, or goblins. The small ones must be goblins. The big ones probably orcs. We've got Hackmog here, who's apparently some goblin champion, I guess. Garaf. And these wolves, these either wolves or wargs, probably. And a really big one. So you'll probably be encountering those types of monsters quite a bit. And then, of course, yeah, you just push them out very easily. And you take one of these stands, pop them on. That's very nice. Boop, there you go. Ready to play. So that is everything in the box. Let me see if I missed anything. There's nothing on the inside. I've seen a box where the inside had like a DM screen with stats and stuff. But I guess you could still, you know, use a clip or just put these down like this and have a DM screen and put some papers in the inside. Could always do that if you need it, if you don't already have a DM screen. So yeah, that's everything in the starter box. So that was my unboxing of the One Ring starter set, the second edition by Free League Publishing, who were kind enough to send over a copy for me to take a look at. So I love all of the components in this box. I think this is a really good way to start your adventure. If you're interested in playing the One Ring role-playing game, this is a perfect way to start because you get all these nice resources. You have the map, which is absolutely beautiful. You get your pre-generated characters with all this lovely art on it, and they're already filled in. You're just ready to go. You have the sheet where you can log your entire journey, which is pretty cool, with a bit of a handout to start with, that you read to the adventurers, which is pretty cool. You have a standee for all the hero characters, for all the players, and you have standees for all these monsters. Now, one point of criticism that I have is that there weren't enough stands for all the standees. I'm missing about 8, because there's, I believe, 15 stands, while there are 23 standees. So I'm missing 8 to have them all sit on a stand and be complete. Now, in these adventures, you probably won't encounter all of the enemies that are in this set at once. So you can swap out the standees that you need. But I mean, what would be 8 more of these plastic stands in this set? I don't think that would have been a problem. So it feels like an oversight. It feels like an error in some way, because the back of the box actually depicts almost all of them. It depicts 16 out of 18 of the enemies standing up along with the 5 heroes. So that would suggest that everything has a stand, but it doesn't. So I think that might be an oversight. I don't know. But anyway, you get a nice set of dice. You get 6 of these D6s, these custom engraved dice that look really nice, and 2 of these D12s with all those runes on it, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Nice colors too. So you get those, and you get a condensed rule book here and the campaign that you can play. So with this set, you can just start right away. You can see if this is for you and your group, if you enjoy it. So if you like the One Ring, right? If you like Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, and you just want to try a role-playing game, then I'm sure you'll like this. And you can just try it out. Worst case scenario, you'll have a bunch of cool standees that you can use for other role-playing games. You get a bunch of really nice-looking custom dice that you can use for any of your role-playing games, and a nice map to hang on your wall. But best case, you're going to have a great time playing through this scenario and just having fun with that. And if you think you want more and your group is ready to continue their adventures in Middle Earth, then you can always pick up either the older starter kit, if you can find that, or just the core rulebook and make your own adventures. And if you'd like to see what's in the first edition starter set by Free League, check out the video I made about that. The link is in the description below. You can also click the I in the corner of this video. And I also did a review of the One Ring core book. So we go through the entire book so you can see what's in it, what to expect. So check that out as well if you're interested in this role-playing game. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. That really helps the channel. And please also check out my Patreon page if you'd like to support what I do by clicking the link in the description below or the icon at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.